Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Smackdown Discussion, episode number 4. I'm Cody Brainerd here, bringing you the discussion for the festivities that happened this evening. Real quick, just gonna mention something real quick. Reason why this happens at 10 now instead of 9 is because 205 Live is great, and it is a great show, and you should watch that great show. It's produced by the same guy who, runs NXT. Don't know if you guys heard of NXT, but you should watch that too. It's really good as well. But 205 Live, really, really good. Really enjoyable. Not going to spoil anything with that. It was a really good main event. We opened up a Smackdown, and I kind of missed this segment a little bit. We get a Miz TV segment with the Miz and the guests being Team Hell No, and during that, it's kind of obvious that the brewing rivalry between the Miz and Daniel Bryan is imminent, and at some point it is going to be Miz and Daniel Bryan, and I cannot wait for that. Towards the end, Miz is like, hey, you're hiding behind Kane. Daniel Bryan goes to punch him in the face, and Kane's like, no, breathe in, breathe. And then Miz was like, hey, yeah, hide behind your slowed down red idiot one more time. And that's where Kane gets a little bit angry and is like, no, let me punch him in the face. Grabs him by the neck, but then the Bludgeon Brothers come out, and then Sanity come out from behind and attack Team Hell No because reasons. New Day come out to try to make the save, but ultimately the Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity get the best of this, and they stand tall to end the opening segment of SmackDown Live. Pretty interesting seeing the Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity teaming up. I think if that were to become a stable, or if that became a match for the SmackDown tag titles, I think either way it would be pretty fun. And I think that would be something I would want to see. Post-break, we get a 10-man tag team match announced for the main event. New Day and Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity. Should be a fun 10-man tag team main event. And next, we get AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. You are so weird, SmackDown. We get this match again. It's forcing the dream match down our throats. If you guys have seen the what's it called? The Family Guy episode, where I think it was either the wine or the smokes. And Peter was like, "Oh, you want to smoke, right? Huh? Here's the smoke. Yeah, well, I have another one, and another one, and another one. Here. Is this good now? Like, what was once a dream match is now just like, okay, we've gotten our rivalry, we've gotten all that. It's cool. You don't have to do it again, but they did it again, and this wasn't that bad. Good opening matchup. And it ends when Styles hits Aiden English, and then Nakamura accidentally hits Aiden English, and then Rusev causes a disqualification. Nakamura and Rusev beat down on AJ Styles out of the matchup, but Jeff Hardy comes out to make the save, and it is turned into a tag team matchup where we get Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, a dream team, some might say, versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Nakamura Styles 1-on-1. This is fine. This is a fine match. Nothing that's going to top their Money in the Bank matchup. It lasted about 15 minutes and 55 seconds. Not bad. It was good. It was a good little way to kick off the show. But that leads into a tag team matchup. Match is alright. Didn't last a whole lot long. And it ended with Rusev beating Jeff Hardy with the Machka kick. Rusev getting momentum into Extreme Rules with his WWE Championship matchup against the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles. Let's go. Then we get into a little backstage segment. Ellsworth's warming up. Carmella's like, hey, you better win. Ellsworth's like, I'm going to win. Wink. And we get into the Asuka James Ellsworth Lumberjack Battle of the Sexes. With Ellsworth, it's just going to be basically comedy. Nothing a whole lot. It was 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and it ends with Asuka beating him with the Asuka lock. And then post-match, Carmella beats up Asuka once again. So nothing really special there. It was kind of funny and almost pathetic on Ellsworth to see that Naomi and Becky Lynch. I'm saying this with his whole argument that man is a woman in his case, which that's definitely not the case. They're all equals. We're all human at the end of the day. For Naomi and Becky Lynch able to pick it up Ellsworth and just putting him towards the ring. after he tried to run away. It's just hysterical. I could just see Becky Lynch be like, "Hey, yeah, you remember what you did to me at the last Money in the Bank pay-per-view? Yeah, you're coming with me, you fucking little, just kind of like a little moment right there." We get backstage, New Day and Team Hell No. Team Hell No is arguing. New Day is like, "Hey, stop that. We need to be on the same page to beat Bloody Brothers Sanity." They get along, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna be on the same team." New Day hyping up the Bloody Brothers and all, or not the Bloody Brothers. Team Hell No. What am I saying? After that, we get Ellsworth, Carmella backstage. Paige is back there. Ellsworth, they tried to kiss Paige, and Paige is like, "Okay, you know what? You're going to be suspended in a shark cage." We get the good old shark cage back, and it's Carmella versus Asuka. Ellsworth's going to be the shark cage. Nowhere to interfere. No. Probably Ellsworth's going to find a way to interfere somehow, somewhere. We already know this. Next, we get it to Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. We finally get this matchup. And Sin Cara, where did you come from? When did you actually become good? This was actually a really good match. I actually very much enjoyed this. Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara, because you could kind of feel like the frustration of like, I waited a whole month to beat your ass. I just want to kick your ass on both sides of the spectrum. And it was only 5 minutes, 57 minutes, which it felt like it could have been a bit longer, but give them the time, I think they could pull off a really good matchup. But for what it was worth, 5 minutes, 57 seconds, like only a 6-minute match, it was actually a really, really well done match. There was no, slow paced bullshit. It was all fast paced. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Andrade wins with the running knees in the corner, and there you go. They run down the pay-per-view. Then we get to the Sanity backstage deal, promising to bring chaos. Then the Bludgeon Brothers came in, and they seem to be like, yeah, I like that mindset a lot. And then we get into our main event of the evening, New Day at Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity. Decent tag team main event of the evening. In about 16:41, Daniel Bryan pins Eric Young after the running knee to the face. That kind of worries me a little bit. Now, both matches that Sanity have been in as a team, they've lost. But they could easily get momentum back at Extreme Rules, which I think they're going to beat the New Day. More on that in predictions later on in the week. But decent tag team matchup. Big E, stop doing that spear on the apron. It makes me worried every single time. I get so worried, and I don't think I'm the only person, but I get so worried every single time Big E does that spear, even though nowadays he does it a lot more safer than what he used to do it. But I get so scared that he's going to fall on his neck and break it, because if you guys remember back a year or two ago, he used to do that spear all the time and land on his neck all the time, and all of us got so scared. Like, ugh. But Daniel Bryan wins. Afterwards, Kane does the yes chant. Daniel Bryan tries to get the pyro going off, but obviously all of us are like, no, pyro's not going to go off. There's no pyro there. But then the third time, does it, and pyro goes off. Okay, random moment to bring pyro back, but hey, you know what? All good. We get the pyro, and Kane's just like, what? That's not a thing anymore. I don't do that thing anymore. What? But good way to end off the show. And actually a very, with the ratings and the viewership, not being so good when it comes to Raw, I think SmackDown is bringing it back to being the A show. And I think Fox made the right choice by making SmackDown, naming it, I think WWE may have named it the A show, which they've got it right there. SmackDown is becoming the A show, as I think that this was better than Raw. And I think that SmackDown is getting back to where, not exactly where it was 2016, because WWE 2016 was on a pretty damn good roll after Battleground, even though Battleground wasn't really that bad. But it went on quite a roll that whole year, pretty much, after WrestleMania. It went pretty good on a roll. It's pretty good. Overall, very good SmackDown. 2 hours. 2 hours. This is how you do a show. 2 hours. Perfectly fine. Where's Shane McMahon? I think Shane's taking some time off to kind of recover from the Greatest Royal Rumble, and I think he had to have some sort of surgery that was rumored before WrestleMania. So I think he's been taking time off after the Greatest Rumble match because, you know, that choke slam from Braun Strowman through the announce table was nasty. My apologies. But I think Chamberlain, if you remember, Scott, Chamberlain was rumored to have hernia surgery. I think was it something along the lines. Had to have some sort of surgery before Mania, and they used the spot of the Greatest Rumble to kind of take him off TV for a bit while he's recovering from that. And Paige has taken over since then, and Paige has done a wonderful job, I might say. But SmackDown is getting back to being my favorite show, honestly. I do question some of the stunts that New Japan Pro Wrestling does. Like, you know, if you remember the Kenny and Cody matchup where there was a scare to do a superplex from the top of a ladder through one table. Don't die, please. And then the powerbomb from the ring to the outside of the table didn't breaking. Ow! But New Japan is not stupid. New Japan is great. It is great. So, like I said, overall, I think SmackDown was a really good show this week. Definitely wins this week. With all the viewership stuff going on with Raw, it's nice to have people, and I think people like SmackDown more. I might be wrong. There might be some people that enjoy Raw more, but SmackDown is really stepping up the game again, like it did in 2016. They kind of took a little bit of a layback in 2017, but 2018 they've been going pretty good so far, in my view. And there may be some questionable booking decisions, like the booking of Sanity. But there was some good stuff there. And the show was, match quality-wise, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Only had like 4 or 5 matches, but pretty damn good. So, not like last week, not hard to pick who wins this week. SmackDown, for me. SmackDown wins this week. And that was the go-home, the official go-home show for WWE's standpoint to Extreme Rules. And I think from this being the go-home show to Extreme Rules, I think people on the SmackDown side of things might be better. Might be better prepared. We did have 2 Extreme Rules matches. You know, one had an updated stipulation and one was added to the kickoff show. But I get my wish with the tables matchup. Not an elimination tables match, but it's a tables matchup. It is New Day versus Sanity on the kickoff show. Kickoff. That might actually be better than the majority of the show, for being honest with you. And then the Shark Cage, like I mentioned earlier on, is being brought back for the Carmella and Asuka matchup. You know, Ellsworth's going to get involved somehow, somewhere, and Carmella's going to return, maybe. But more on that will be talked about in the predictions video. Scott says, SmackDown's the A show, NXT is the triple A plus show. Let you go out and go out. Season 4 is amazing. 205 Live is good too, Scott. Don't forget, I actually watched 205 Live last week and this week, and I feel bad for missing it because it's actually been pretty damn good. And I'm looking forward to next week on 205 Live. You have Noam Dar, TJP, you have Leo Rush and Akira Tozawa. We have figuring out what's next with the Cruiserweight Championship scene. And one more thing, happy Rusev Day. So that's gonna do it, guys, for this SmackDown discussion. The next thing that will be talked about is tomorrow. There's a couple things I want to talk about. The low viewership deal that's going on with Raw, because I tried to do the early one and I wasn't prepared and I kind of failed. And then the whole Brock Lesnar situation, which, I mean, the two kind of tie in together. So it's mainly the Raw problem. I guess you could call it the Raw problem. And then Thursday, I have 8 matches lined up. I'm just going to go ahead and live stream it. I'm just going to go ahead and live stream the next 8 matches of the tournament on Thursday. So as usual with that on Thursday, I'm just probably just going to do the tournament matches, maybe 4 at a time, and then take a little break to do a couple other special matches and then do the other 4. Just going to do it like that. And at this point, I'm just saying, like, if the stream happens, then it happens. But I think when I get down to, like, I really don't want to go past 30. I really, like, the streams for the tournament are probably going to stop if they keep going whenever we hit 32 people left. That's just how I think it's going to end up being. I've got 8 matches lined up for the stream, and I figured just go and do that. That way I can handle that and then figure out what I'm going to do next, because I have a couple different ways I want to record it, but I don't know what. I don't know. That whole tournament thing is just, we'll see where that goes from there. Kind of look at the chat. You know what? My phone real quick, just to get England. Velt to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, people were mostly around though during the WWE 2K18 streams, and oh, by the way, I can't guarantee this because I mean I'll probably be watching New Legacy Inc. at the same time, but I might be doing a midnight stream for WWE 2K19 on the shooters. Scott wants to join. Scott, you're more than happy to join and play at the same time. Just hang out, have fun, playing WWE 2K19 whenever it comes out. But guys, we need to get hyped for that as well, because more news will be coming along the way. The pre-order bonuses and the cover star and all that have been revealed, so the news should be coming in anytime now, to be perfectly honest, and it'll be covered by Scott, it'll be covered by me, get my own take on the whole thing, you know, just the usual thing. But guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching the Smackdown discussion once again. Do me a big favor, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below your opinion on SmackDown, subscribe for much more, and just remember one last thing. We are a group of wrestling fans, just shooting straight from the hip. But for now, guys, I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye and good night. Bang!